So I think since the textiles are something like very specific here, the first thing I wonder about, like, how is the importance of the influence of your home country of Riga, of Latvia?
Riga, of course, and Latvia in general is a very special place for me on the world map. Well, Latvia in general is a place where folk traditions are still very alive to this day. And the second thing which comes to my mind when I think of my home country is the nature. And these two elements are very present in my life.
Let's get in the technique of textiles and how you prepare them. What is the special technique? This is a form of raw linen and shellac, and you molded them, and you say it's like a contemporary mummy style. So I would love to, like, you named it like this. So what can we expect from this expression or the way you did it?
Well, first of all, I really like working with hands. That's an important part of my creative process, and I consider myself, or I look at myself, like a crafts person, because I think through the hands the energy flows. That's one thing, and to make one mural it takes a lot of steps, and you work with the natural material, and then I will be maybe not now go through all stages how it's created, just the idea behind it is that you have a shape, and when you cover it with linen and then you press it, then what comes out of it is the essence. And the essence is what you see on the textile, and it's a symbol. And one clear symbol can carry a lot of information. It has a lot of energy and potential. So, and why it's a contemporary mummy?
Yeah, why it's a contemporary mummy?
Well, one thing is the color, of course, which when you think of a mummy, you can relate because the color is relatable. But the other thing is just because it has this, it leaves room for contemplation. Because when you see a mummy, you don't see what's inside it, you see the shape.
Why did you focus or tap into the topic of tarot and the 22 arcans of tarot, which is like which are shown here now?
Tarot has been present in my life. I looked at the pictures. It just spoke to me as a picture, and then 2 years ago I was traveling. I was in London, and I was in a transformative process in my life in general. So I stumbled upon a tarot deck, and I thought, well, that might mean something. And for me as an artist, of course, you start like dropping down the ideas, how it would be nice to create your own interpretation of tarot, and then you start diving deep into the subject. And it resonated so much that the works are here, much faster than I thought, because I thought maybe in 10 years or maybe some time, but things in life happen when they happen. And what I understood, because when we usually, if we are not familiar with the topic of tarot, we look at it from a very primitive, easy way, like a fortune telling, but it is much deeper because it has knowledge dated back to more than 2,000 years before Christ.
And it's called, what you said yesterday, something about the Bible.
Yeah,
which I found it quite interesting.
Unofficial Bible.
Yeah, unofficial.
Unofficial,
right. Yeah,
exactly that. Because the knowledge which is behind tarot is very deep, because there is Christianity, there is religion, mythology, there's a lot.
You said, I'm all the woman in me. And you say as well, my art is like an open hand of desire. I take with one hand and I let go with the other. I believe in constant change, in the freedom of creation, emotions in motion. So, I'm all the woman in me.
Well, that's my philosophy of life. That is when you take with one hand and give away with the other. It's the flow this room can really relate to that. Because the roles we go through our life, everyday life, they are so different that we can't just be all fluent in this place as well. Because for me, art is not just one object.
Yeah.
You know, it's the whole story behind it. You can't take one thing and look at it like that's it. No, when you enter the whole experience. So you have my atelier in the third room.
Yeah, that's
so
why
you
it's a
can
very
really
special place.
understand
Yeah.
how each work is created.
So we invite you to
Just
explore
have
the
a
whole.
look. I can guide you through just
Yeah.
grab me by the hand and I will
Das ist
show
auch
you.
Kunstwerk. We invite you to